folks, this is Jeff Disick with JTT. This one about this woman who calls herself the Gown-Eyed Girl. I think she even makes gowns or talks about gowns. She has a problem with Miss Universe. This is what she said: from Miss Universe to Miss Pygmy, Olivia Culpo, for earning her crown. She's tearing her down because she won't take her wedding vows as seriously as her gown. And I think this person contradicted herself when she's running her mouth. Check this out.
I have been a bridal creator for 4 years now, and I have never said this before, but I do not like this wedding dress. Olivia Culpo just got married, and this is a great example of how fashion is so much more than just what you see on the surface. When you see fashion, especially wedding dresses discussed on social media, you usually just end up hearing about whether or not the person talking likes the way that it looks, which is extremely subjective. Like this dress, for example, if I were to just look at the dress, I would see a beautiful bride in a beautiful, simple, elegant dress. If we stopped there at just the way the dress looks, we'd really have nothing to say. But it's all the stuff surrounding.
Okay, you just heard it herself. In the very beginning, she says she hates this dress, but later she said like, well, at first I like the dress. And the funny thing is, the moment that the bride says something on top of it, she changes her mind. Ugh.
Surrounding the dress that leaves kind of a bitter aftertaste. She said
Exactly. The moment she said something on top of it, that's when she started flipping the script.
two things. First of all, she says, I didn't want to exude sex in any way. The second thing she says is she wanted the dress to be as serious as she takes the covenant of marriage. Now,
Okay, and what's the problem with that? She taking serious the covenant of marriage? Of course you would take marriage seriously. The covenant of marriage is between the bride, the groom, and God. Heavenly Father, Jehovah, Yahweh. But here's the thing that annoy me. This person, and I'm showing it right here. Show it right here. From Miss Universe to Miss Pygmy, Olivia Culpo is earning her crown. Are you serious? She's calling her Pygmy? Well, guess what? Apparently she's been picked. Deal with it.
listen, there is nothing wrong with wanting a modest wedding dress or just modest attire in general. But the way that she was talking about this went beyond just wanting something modest for herself and pushing this idea of what she thinks all brides should look like.
Okay, Olivia is not telling other women supposed to get married, okay, you gotta dress like this. Number one, she's speaking for herself. She's not telling the brides, well, you gotta dress. Number one, women these days are not taking marriage seriously. They still think to this day it's all about them and only men and only them. The man has to be the guy who just finances everything. And here's the thing, ladies, if you think like this woman, you are very less likely to get married. And then much you don't hear it, as Kevin Samuels once said, with that type of attitude, if you're not careful, and you waste your young years with every Pookie, Ray, Chad Tyrell, and then wait till you get the 30s in order to get married, if you're not careful, you will wind up dying alone.
First and foremost, you could get married in your underwear and be taking your marriage vows very seriously.
I surely doubt it very much. To be honest with the way some of these women are with the high body counts, they should not wear white. That's a joke. You should wear like from brown to black. That'd be more appropriate. Trust me, I'm dead sure as the women with these body counts and all that, yeah, you should be wearing like from brown to black.
You wear on your wedding day has almost nothing to do with whether or not you're going to have a long and happy marriage. I also have a big issue with the terminology of...
Okay, that part is correct though. Like for example, you make it sound like if you have a virgin bride, things gonna be perfect. Doesn't mean a thing. In fact, only 80% of marriages, if the groom marries a virgin bride, there's only an 80% chance the marriage will be very successful. Now keep in mind, 80%. Here's reality though. I would take that 80% with a virgin bride that a person has an insanely high body count, like about 20 and above. You have like 20, if you have a person with a higher body count for 20 ex-lovers, yeah, I'd be very worried. 40 ex-lovers, be very worried. 60, don't bother. But that's just, what most guys would think.
Not wanting to exude sex with what you're wearing. Because in an oxymoronic way, it is both your choice and not your choice to exude any amount of sex no matter what you're wearing. Let me explain because it's kind of confusing. First of all, the choice of exuding sex. I could wear something and on me it looks super modest and on another person it look really risque because we are all different people and the way we carry ourselves has a lot to do with the amount of like sex and confidence we're exuding. But on the flip side, it has been documented that it does not matter what women wear, they will be sexualized if someone wants to sexualize them. So to treat this as if like...
That part, I have to confess, she is correct. This person could wear, like, say, a potato sack and so will find a way to sexualize it. That, I don't agree with a lot of things. This is one of the few things I do agree with.
This is a sexless design is really odd to me because both it is your choice if you do not want to exude sex in this gown, but also if people want to sexualize you, it is not your fault if they do that. Her two statements next to...
Okay, that's true as well. If someone else got sexualized it, even though like it tends not to be sexual, like the good wedding gown I'm looking right now, it was beautiful. She looks like a queen. There you have it. But anyway.
To each other are a very eloquent way of saying that you are asking for whatever you are dressed as, which is an extremely harmful way of thinking. I also just think it's so weird how much she talks about coverage, especially as someone who in her day-to-day life is not exactly a modest dresser. She even says that her husband thinks she's the most beautiful when she's timeless, covered, and elegant. I just think the usage of the word covered is so icky because you...
Okay. You cannot make me understand why it's so icky to be covered. Why? There's zero problem with cover. I'll put it this way though. The beauty of the wife is supposed to be for the husband, not the rest of the world. Stop living in the Instagram, TikTok world, miss.
You are not covered in day-to-day life. And also, why is he thinking that you're the most beautiful when you're covered? That's such an odd thing. All celebrity weddings will have a little bit of marketing sprinkled in there. I just think it's really odd that instead of marketing herself, she's like marketing and pushing this conservative agenda. But let's like...
So, being conservative is now an evil thing? You prefer her to be on a stripper pole? You prefer her to be dressed like, like a stripper? A OnlyFans type person? Or a lady of the night? Would that be more satisfying to you? The way this world is, some of these women behave, I can't help but wonder.
Like, take the politics and everything aside, because there's other things that she mentioned in the article that kind of induce an eye roll from me. First, she says what sealed the deal for her is that when she went on the internet, there was nothing out there like this dress. Hun, it's a high neck, long sleeve white dress. I think I could walk into any bridal shop and find you like 3 of these. This Lea DeGloria gown is almost like an exact replica. I went on Pinterest for about 5 minutes and found all of these.
Okay, maybe to you is ordinary, it's not that big deal. To you is cookie cutter, but maybe to her, maybe to Miss Olivia, it's unique to her. Maybe that one particular dress says something to her. What means nothing to you means something to her. Now look who's pushing what agenda. You can't talk about Olivia pushing agenda. It seems like you are.
Any bridal designer worth their salt could have designed this dress in their sleep. The main reason why you don't see a lot more brides in this exact dress is because it usually doesn't make it past the muslin stage in the designer showroom. There is no personality in this dress. Usually wedding dresses will have something of the bride injected into it, whether it's like a little bit of beading, some jewelry, detailing, something. This is just nothing. It's the absence of personality, and really the only thing about the dress that it seems like she really wanted was to be head to toe fully covered. And it isn't like we haven't seen gorgeous modest dresses before, like Paris Hilton, Miranda Kerr, Lily Collins, pretty much any hijabi bride that's ever existed. But for some reason, I have a feeling that this isn't the kind of modest that Olivia Coppola and Christian McCaffrey were talking about. Even the designer, if you wanted timeless, elegant, classic, why wouldn't you work with someone like Chanel, Dior, even like Louis Vuitton? Nope.
Have you thought maybe because it's her choice, not yours?
You went with Dolce & Gabbana, who is not someone who's known for modesty and also is kind of one of the worst people ever. Stefano and Dolce & Gabbana in general have participated in every ism and phobia that you can think of, from this super racist campaign that they doubled down on, to saying that gay people should not be allowed to adopt and calling IVF children synthetic, randomly calling Selena Gomez ugly, these super racist earrings that they wore down their runway in 2013. In fact, there's so many things that they've done. There's a comprehensive timeline of every offensive comment that they've ever made. But honestly, they probably made more since then because this is an older article. It's very clear that this was not a wedding. This was a conservative campaign.
And once again, you're attacking conservatives. You want more liberal? Why don't you have male strippers, surrounding the bride and all that? Seriously, again with the conservative. What's so horrible about it? And I can bet you any amount of money there's other conservative brides who have dresses similar or different from that.
It wasn't even well done. Olivia Colpo is a huge influencer. People were waiting for her wedding dress for so long. And if you really wanted to push a conservative agenda, all you had to do was make it seem appealing. But instead you took this disingenuous pick-me route that honestly felt more...
Once again, pick me. Is that supposed to be some type of slur against traditional women? I bet you any amount of money that this person, gown-eyed girl, is anything but traditional. She's the epitome of a modern woman. Kevin Samuels will be, he would have a field day with her.
You were thinking about your narrative than you were about your actual marriage. She told Vogue she prefers to go more natural, so she didn't wear mascara or eyebrow gel on her wedding day. Sweetness, you didn't wear it because you have a lash lift, lash extensions, and eyebrow lamination. You would think someone who's saying that they wanted to take their wedding vows really seriously would focus more on the union that they're having rather than trying to push this notion of what they think brides should or should not look like on their wedding day.
Once again, she's not trying to tell the brides what to look like at the wedding day. It's their choice, but it seems like you're the one who prefer tell her what to wear, what not to wear. It comes down to her personal choice, not yours. But the idea you keep saying, call her pick me, it has something derogatory towards the conservatives. Wow, you're the ultimate liberal Democrat. Now, as for the designer, from what I'm hearing about, they're controversial and all that, and I may not be the biggest fan, which I'm not, but it's still her choice. Plain and simple. Not that you respect it, but it's still her choice. What do you think, folks? You think I went overboard, or you think going what's the hay? Leave your thoughts, opinions in the comments down below. Peace. All in all, seems like you got another modern woman who seriously hates on a woman who wants, who's traditional and deeply embraces traditional values. She pretty much wants to stay as pure as possible. Now, I don't think she has a high body count, which I don't think she does. I doubt she does. If she's not from the western part of the United States, or not part of the United States, it's unlikely she don't have a high body count. But long story short, this woman does tear this woman down. Okay, this is Miss Universe, so you can stop the hate from there. Number two, whatever opinion she has about her dress, and she loves it, it's unique to her, great. You may not like the designers, I get it, I respect that, because they're not the best, best candidates, but it's still her choice, whether you like it or not. But once again, to your modern women, stop picking and tearing down traditional women because their lives seems to be a bit more happier than yours. Said what I said, peace.